TikTok is everywhere. It's the catchy song stuck in your head, the dance craze sweeping the nation, the platform where grandmas become overnight sensations. With over 170 million users in the US alone, TikTok has become a cultural force, especially for younger generations. But this digital playground is facing a formidable opponent, the US government. A federal appeals court recently upheld a law that could effectively boot TikTok from the US by early 2025. This law stems from concerns about TikTok's parent company ByteDance, which is based in China. The court ruled that the law is a necessary measure to address potential national security risks posed by the Chinese government. This isn't TikTok's first rodeo with a potential ban. Back in 2020, then-President Trump attempted to force a sale of TikTok's US operations. Now, with Trump back in the Oval Office, the app's future feels a bit like a choose-your-own-adventure book, and nobody's quite sure which page we're on. TikTok is not backing down. They're appealing this ruling to the Supreme Court, arguing that the ban is a violation of free speech and based on flimsy evidence. But with a Congress increasingly wary of China's influence, it's an uphill battle. The US government argues that TikTok poses a significant national security threat. They fear that the Chinese government could use the app to access the data of millions of Americans. Imagine your embarrassing dance videos being analyzed by a foreign government. Not exactly the kind of global connection you were hoping for. This concern isn't entirely unfounded. China has a history of using technology companies within its borders to advance its interests. The Chinese government has broad powers to compel companies to cooperate with intelligence gathering. TikTok, for its part, insists that it has never shared user data with the Chinese government and has robust safeguards in place to protect user privacy. They argue that the US government's concerns are based on speculation and fear-mongering, not concrete evidence. The debate over TikTok boils down to a fundamental question. How do we balance national security concerns with freedom of expression in the digital age? It's a question with no easy answers, and the outcome of this case could have far-reaching consequences for the future of the internet. Meanwhile, the 170 million Americans who use TikTok are left wondering if their favorite app will vanish from their phones. For many, especially younger users, TikTok is more than just an app. It's a community, a creative outlet, and a source of income. TikTok creators, some of whom have built entire careers on the platform, are particularly concerned. A ban could mean losing their livelihoods and their connection with millions of fans. Many are already exploring alternative platforms, but replicating TikTok's unique algorithm and engaged audience will be a tall order. Speaking of alternatives, other social media giants are licking their chops at the prospect of a TikTok-less America. Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, has been aggressively rolling out TikTok-like features. They smell blood in the water and they're not afraid to capitalize on it. But even if TikTok's competitors are ready to pounce, replicating its success won't be easy. TikTok's secret sauce lies in its powerful algorithm, which seems to know what users want to see even before they do. Recreating that magic will require significant technical prowess and a bit of luck. The battle over TikTok is about much more than just one app. It's a microcosm of the larger geopolitical struggle between the US and China, playing out in the digital realm. The outcome of this case could set a precedent for how governments around the world regulate social media and address national security concerns in the 21st century. If TikTok is banned, it would send a chilling message to other tech companies operating in the US. It would signal that even wildly popular apps can be caught in the crossfire of geopolitical tensions. The TikTok saga is a stark reminder that the internet, once hailed as a borderless utopia, is increasingly subject to the whims of governments. As the digital and physical worlds become more intertwined, we face a critical question. Are we willing to sacrifice our digital freedoms in the name of national security? The answer, as with most things in life, is far from simple. But one thing is clear: the future of social media, and perhaps the internet as we know it, hangs in the balance.